Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nadia Adam. I'm a Vedic astrologer and psychic medium. So today we are going to talk about the energy update between 30th of June until 7th of July. That means for the next 1 week period. As usual, I will divide my explanation into several parts and the timestamp will be in description box along with my personal details if you're interested to book a personal reading with me. Okay, so this week we have actually, it's done. Last week we seen that Mercury moved to Cancer sign, and then Venus going to move to the sign of Taurus. All right. So let us talk one by one. We have here Venus. It's in the second house in Kalapurusha Kundali of the Taurus. So the people who gonna benefit from this most probably will be Taurus people. Okay. Taurus, Scorpio, and then also we have people who are under Cancer sign, okay, Capricorn sign, because it will be transiting quite good houses for them. They may feel a positive change with Venus being in Taurus. As overall, this is a very good placement, all right? It shows that all the intensity related to misunderstanding, miscommunication, being wanting to fight, being very irritated, restless, all of this thing will start to soothe down because Venus moves to Taurus, right? So number one, we can see here there will be some calmness if you went through a lot of chaos in last 2 weeks period in particular. If you've been having misunderstanding, miscommunication, and just things not really going in the way how you want it to be, then Venus here, it can really calm things down. Number two, if let's say for example you're having a business and things was quite high wire or maybe not really helpful in your work, the finance was slightly tight, then Venus here can definitely fix things. Number three, if let's say you had some issues and problems related to marriage, relationship, family aspect, all right, Venus in such placement, it can really fix the situation and solve it, all right. But it also will depend on the communication aspect of Mercury because by itself it sits in the sign of Ashlesha. So you will feel like there will be some sort of conclusion, some sort of I don't want to say it's like I don't want to say ending, but you will witness some sort of ending and new beginning when it comes to relationship, partnership, signing contract, and something related to finance, aka foundation in your life. Okay, so foundation in your life could be either maybe family or maybe even work. Okay, one of them will get you into some sort of conclusion that you know to which direction you need to take or do. If you've been, number four, if you've been in dilemma of taking certain action and decision, now finally having one sign at least in the earth sign, it will stabilize. Therefore, you will know to which direction and decision that you need to go. All right, because it's been quite a while since we had earth element being activated, right? So, for example, Venus was here, and then Rahu itself is already in air. This is air. So, it's been for a while now. We don't have any planet in Earth. So, we all feels like the life can be slightly wobbly in the last period. Now, Venus being here, it's really, really gonna help us, okay, to stabilize and create some sort of concrete in the dynamic or whatever going on right now in the world, okay, or in your life also, especially again if you have a strong Venusian energy or you are, as I mentioned, in the zodiac sign Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer, or Capricorn. Okay. Now, if let's say, what about other signs, Nadia? Other signs can really feel it in the average way. So now we are actually talking about the zodiac sign that really going to feel a good influence and impact that, okay, wow, Venus moves here is really gonna give us some sort of relief. Okay. All right. And so Venus as overall again, it will give us definitely a good result. I never really seen Venus gives us negative outcome, to be very frank with you. Okay, unless like your Venus is just really negative placement, is not really helpful, like has a bad influence, and either it has no dignity in Navamsha, then only Venus will become a problematic. But if your Venus is pretty much average, all right, not so bad, especially in Navamsha, so it's like okay, then it never harm. Some people, they said, like some astrologer, they said, oh, Jupiter is one of the most blissful planet. But for me, honestly, according to my experience, I don't know what other astrologers saying, I feel Venus is one of the most blissful planet in the Vedic astrology, at least. Okay. Now, another thing we gonna look at is Mercury. Now, if you've been following me, I told you before that a Cancer sign was in too much pressure, aka our emotion, our mental state, the way how we think and analyze things, all of this thing will start to get interrupted, right? Our comfort zone is just being shaken, correct? Now, having Mercury here, it will stabilize the house of Cancer in your chart, which means number one, if you've been facing some emotional turmoil, issues, problems that you cannot really speak it out, or you feel like the person in front of you really unable to understand and comprehend what you're trying to say, trying to convey to him, or Mercury here will help a lot to channelize that communication in the most effective way. Okay, now the outcome of it, it will depend, of course, from chart to chart. All right, so it is very much depend, but at least Mercury here will open that line of communication to be more effective, more common sense, more logical, more practical, or at least to become in the balanced state. Number two, if you feel feeling wobbly and unstable in certain aspect, could be related to your career, could be related to your marriage, or maybe you are unable to find that person, that someone, or the opportunity that you've been looking forward to have. Okay, but it just have been a struggle in this sector of your life. Okay, getting that peace in marriage, or getting peace in relationship, or peace in your work, getting that new opportunity, new job that I want looking for. Mercury can really help a lot in this case. Okay, because Mercury naturally will be looking at your 10 sign, aka Capricorn in your house, which is always will govern and connected to your career. So I believe Mercury here will kind of benefit us overall, even globally, to move things forward when it comes to work, when it comes to money, finance, businesses, and all. All right. Number three, Mercury in Cancer can be slightly emotional in nature because it's still quite hammered though between Sun and Mars and Ketu. So Mercury here still will have a tendency to take decision, which you seems like going to take some decisions during this period. Okay, you will get take some decision, whatever it is. It could be even a small thing or big thing, because Mercury will be moving retrograde around third week of July. It will be moving retrograde in the sign of Cancer. So again, Cancer sign will be highly active. Your emotion, your mental emotional state will start to get shaken again by the end of July. So whatever decision and action you take right now, assure that you are really thought about it, you really give it a good amount of research, all right, before you take that step. Because if by any chance you took that action or decision out of impulsiveness or emotion, when Mercury moves retrograde, you will revisit again your decision and you may change it. Now, that change could be easy change if it's a small thing, it can be difficult change if it's a big thing. Okay, so just try to be careful as much as you can, because when Mercury moves retrograde, Shani also will be moving retrograde. True enough, Shani and Mercury, they are not really correlating or intertwined, but because both of them are in the water sign, it shows that sector related to our emotion and just taking decision, following our heart will start to be more highlighted. Okay, so if let's say you took a decision in the past, when these two planets moving retrograde, you will revisit that. If until this point of time you didn't take any decision, you're just sitting on it, now Saturn and Mercury move retrograde, it will trigger you big time to take that decision and action in your life. Okay? So that's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for your listening. Wishing you all the best for the upcoming week. Stay good and be good. See you soon. Bye bye.